Hair loss does not just affect men. About 1/3 of women over the age of 30 experience thinning hair. Stress is thought to be one of the causes.
And Dr. Michael Vories of the Vories Medical Group is here to walk us through what to do if you notice you're getting a little thin on top. And I know, good morning to you, first of all.
Good to see you.
I know we've been talking about men in the past, and now we're going to do a little more of a focus on a woman, but there's a new tool out there that you're talking about and that we actually have today. We'll show in a second, but that's allowing you to do more with the transplant of the hair, right?
That's very true. In the past, our hair restoration is just focused primarily upon men. And the reason for that is because the tools that we use were larger, and as we've gotten more advanced with our technique, the tools have gotten smaller and smaller. And the reason this is important for women is because now we can go in between the thin hair and thicken hair.
And that's what we have here, right? You can keep talking about it. We're going to show a little bit of a close-up, but this tool is much smaller than in times being.
Right. We're going less than a millimeter now.
Wow.
And for that reason, again, women don't completely lose their hair. They get very thin. And so we need smaller tools to go into the woods so that we can thicken up existing hair.
And I think with women, it's very hard to lose your hair, because with men, it's more of an accepted thing to see a good-looking bald man or whatever. But when the women, you see them with thinning hair, it's very hard for them to go into public. They wear hats a lot, things like that.
Oh, I agree totally. When we see women in consult, they tell us many times that there's just nothing natural about a woman losing their hair. Men go in, they have colleagues, they see other people that have loosened their hair. It seems to almost to be a club sometimes. But for women, it's much more emotional, I think, than a lot of the men that we see.
What are some of the causes then?
Well, like was said before, stress seems to be a cause for transient hair loss, where we see people who have hair loss and the hair grows back whenever the stress is reduced.
But stress also leads to pulling it out.
Right. But
right?
most often women lose their hair for the same reason men lose their hair, and that's because of hormonal changes.
Okay, so chemical factors.
Just like Dr. Washnick was talking about earlier, men lose their hair based upon the hormone testosterone. Women also have testosterone in their system. Also, those hormones can cause a permanent hair loss that can only be changed through surgery.
Okay, that's what I was just about to ask. So talk about the surgery itself then, and how long something will take, and how many hairs can you actually transplant into, say, a section of the head?
We typically do between 1,000 and 2,000 grafts in a session, sometimes further than 2,000 grafts. Most women are somewhere within that range to really get a good cosmetic appearance in terms of thickening up existing hair.
And don't you take it from the area that's down here where us ladies have so much hair, correct?
That's exactly right.
Here.
Just like men, women tend to keep the back occipital part of their hair. We take that tissue out, dissect it with new microscopes so we can get very, very small grafts. Using the very small instrument, we can tuck those in between the existing hairs and give a much thicker look.
How long? Yeah, we've had the same idea.
How long would that session actually last that someone goes in there? What would you take them through the procedure?
About 6 hours would be the time frame for the procedure. And then about 3 months to 6 months after the procedure is when you start really seeing the hair growth come into play. And what's great about it is it's permanent. That hair will stay with them forever.
Well, you can check out Vories Medical Group at Wando Park Boulevard, Suite 498, I should say. And you can call. There's a 1-800 number on your screen, or locally 884-1258. And go online. You have a lot of great information on your website. It's very easy to navigate. And any questions, people can come in, get a consultation, correct?
Anytime. Just give us a call. We'll be free to help anyone who comes in our doors.
That's great.
Dr. Vories,
thank you so
very much.
All right.
Don't fly with that either.
Okay.
They'll take it from you.